Hello friends, uh, today we will continue our class on MS Access. So this will help you excel in the skill test of computer for ASO 2022. So today we will also look at last year question for the MS Access part. As I mentioned in the last video, skill test is a practical exam. It will be a 50 marks, and the MS Access question will also come in for 10 marks. You will have questions for PPT, you will have questions for Excel, you will question have for Word, MS Access and Internet Basics. Okay, so as I mentioned, this playlist, the series I'm helping or focusing on MS Access, so that those candidates who need some guidance can hopefully benefit from this video. Okay, and MS Access, because others softwares are fairly straightforward, and there are quite a few tutorials. If time permits, I will try to keep some brief videos on that, so that before exam you are comfortable. Okay, so let's this is in continuation of the previous videos that has been there in this playlist. So if you have not seen the previous video of MS Access, you can please refer that. Okay, so in the last video we had looked at an exercise where we created a database. It was a database that contains the data for the sales record, जहाँ पे fields, तीन fields थे: item name, sales quantity, sales amount. So तीन field. So each of this field, जब भी आपको database में एक table बनाने को बोला जाएगा, उसमें आपका table का name, field name, field का data type, information will also be there. So in the last video we had created a database. We had created a database table. We had created entered the data into that table, and we displayed also the item name whose sales quantity is greater than 5,000. To display the record of the highest sales amount and to search for the record with the minimum sales amount, in the last video I had told that you can just sort it by ascending or descending order and you will get it. But if you want to have a query in place and the exam asks you to show what query needs to be written, then also we can do that. So today I will just touch upon that. Okay, so let's quickly get started. As I mentioned, it should be there in your environment, and you may get access the recent version, but irrespective of the version, you should be fairly good if you are clear on the concepts. There will be very minimal changes to the menu. Okay, so let's go for create a database. So let's create a database of say September 24, and this is a sales database. Okay, let's create this one. So you create, as soon as we create a database, a default table is getting created. So we need to create a new table. So you go to the design view of the table. So let's give the table name as sales table. Okay, by default the primary key ID is already created for you. It's automatic number. We will keep that for now. We'll populate item name, sales quantity, sales amount. So item name, sales quantity and sales amount. ठीक है. नाउ फील्ड नेम के साथ साथ आपको इसका करस्पॉन्डिंग डेटा टाइप भी इंश्योर करना है. सो आइटम नेम इज जनरली ए टेक्स्ट, विल कीप दैट. Here it is not specified, but in its most likelihood you will get a question where the data field name and the field data type is specified. We will look into the last year question of 2019. There you will see that it is mentioned. Okay, so we will also try to cover that today, or if there is if I am short on time, and I will do it in the next session. Okay, so let's populate the data xx yy zz aa. Okay, and one is a quantity, another is a amount. So quantity is a number, so we'll choose the data type as number, and amount you can keep as a number or as a currency. We are taking number for now. Now you have designed the table. Okay, now let's save the table, and now let's enter the data. So to enter the data, you can go to the data sheet view and you can start entering. Alright, xx 2015 lakhs. Lakhs. Then yy, you see the primary key is it was selected as auto number. That's the reason it is automatically getting incremented. 3150 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs. Then comes zz. Here the number is 8000 and the amount is 6 lakhs. And EE 7000 9 lakhs. EE 7000 9 lakhs. Okay, so now click the save button. So now you have the data which is populated. Okay, so now let's quickly look at the query. So display item name whose sales quantity is greater than 5000. So which is the item where sales quantity is greater than 5000? You see the first record item name is XX, sale quantity is 2000, so it is less than 5000. Similarly, the second record YY item name YY has also a sales quantity which is less than 5000, right? It is 6500. So these two records ZZ and AA, these two records have a sales quantity which is greater than 5000. ZZ has a sales quantity of 8000, AA has a sales quantity of 7000. So we have to display, that's the question. You want to display the item name, only the item name, okay, whose sales quantity is greater than 5000. So we can easily do that by creating a query. So select the sales table, go to create, and then go to query design. Okay, then this table, this pop-up, comes up. So double click on this table, it will be added. Then you close this, then use, as I mentioned in the previous classes, you can refer that. So today I will just stick to that. So we just want to show the item name. The show is here true. Okay, the other thing we want is where the sales quantity is greater than 5000. So you go to, but we don't want to show this, right? So let us uncheck this, and where is greater than 5000. So now we have created this query via query designer. If you want to look at the SQL जो बना है SQL, उसको देखना है तो आप यहाँ पे जाइए, यहाँ पे आप देखिए सिलेक्ट आ गया आपका, सिलेक्ट आइटम नेम सिलेक्ट किया है आपने, सेल्स टेबल से सिलेक्ट किया है, कहाँ, फ्रॉम वेयर में आप बोल रहे हो जहाँ पे क्वांटिटी इज ग्रेटर देन 5000. तो हम इसको एक बार रन करके देखते हैं. तो आपका ये दोनों आइटम्स आ गया, ZZ और AA. ठीक है, अब हम इसको सेव कर देते हैं सो दैट you can show it to the examiner. Okay, query 1 option A, or you can do it like whatever is this question number, question 3 option A query. So this way you know that for this question for option A you have created the query. So now let's go to the next one. It is saying display the record of the highest sales amount. So let's view the table. Let's close this query. So this table, okay, so display the record with the highest sales amount. So highest sales amount here is 15 lakhs. So the record which we need to show is this record, ID 1, item XX, sales quantity 2000, sales amount is 50 lakhs. Okay, so we need to show this. So how do, so last time I had told that in the table you can just select on this column, this field, and you can sort it by largest to smallest and smallest to largest. So if you do that, you will get, if you sort it by descending order, then you know that the first record is the one which has the highest sales amount. So this you can show. But if you want to save it as a query format, then there is also something that you can do. Okay, so let us I will just show you that. So in this case I will just close this table. No, don't save. This one also I am closing. So let's do that. Okay, so we okay, so select the table, go to again query, again go to query design. So here you add the table. Okay, फिर आप इसमें क्या करना है, आपको एंटायर रिकॉर्ड दिखाना है, राइट. सो आप जस्ट डबल क्लिक ईच ऑफ दिस. So now the entire record you see is the show is clicked. So display the record. So the record means item name, sales quantity, sales amount. So all these three things including the ID you have selected. So if you don't want to show the ID, if it is not there in your table, you can remove it. Okay. So now okay. So now you have to find the record where the sales quantity is, sales amount is the highest. So what you do is you go to the column sales amount, and then you sort it by descending. Okay, and then here you say you just want to return only one. Okay, only one, only the first record you want to send. So if you do that and run the query, you see you have XX, sales quantity, sales amount. So you have got the highest sales amount. This is one way where you can and then save this query. So you save this query as Q3 option B query. ठीक है. And if you want to, then going to the next one, search the records having minimum sales amount. तो आपको मिनिमम सेल्स अमाउंट वाला रिकॉर्ड निकालना है. तो मिनिमम सेल्स अमाउंट वाला रिकॉर्ड क्या है इसमें, XX to 2000 मिनिमम सेल्स अमाउंट, सॉरी इट इज़ ZZ 8000 and 6 lakhs. तो इसको करने के लिए अगेन आप टेबल को सिलेक्ट कीजिए. इसको बंद कर देते हैं, ये ऑप्शन को, टेबल को सिलेक्ट कीजिए, क्रिएट पे जाइए, आप क्वेरी डिज़ाइन पे चलिए. Again you add this table here because you want to show how all the records. ID is not part of the record, it is automatically created for the primary table, so you can choose to exclude it. So double click on item, double click on sales quantity, double click on sales amount. So आपके तीनों रिकॉर्ड्स जो आपको दिखाने आ गए. आपको क्या करना है, आपको अभी आपको असेंडिंग ऑर्डर पे सॉर्ट कर देना है. असेंडिंग ऑर्डर पे सॉर्ट कर देंगे तो सेल्स अमाउंट का सबसे मिनिमम वाला विल बी द फर्स्ट रो. तो सी इफ़ यू गो टू द एसक्यूएल हियर, यू सी सिलेक्ट किया है, फ्रॉम किया है, ऑर्डर बाय कर दिया है. ठीक है. अब हम इसको यदि हम बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट रहता है तो इसमें देखिए सेल्स अमाउंट आपका सबसे मिनिमम सेल्स अमाउंट वाला आ गया है. और इसमें इट इज़ शोइंग ऑल द रिकॉर्ड्स, राइट. सो हमें केवल टॉप वाले को लेना है. यू जस्ट इज सेइंग दैट डिस्प्ले द रिकॉर्ड ऑफ द select search the record having the minimum sales amount. Okay, the minimum sales amount. So what we need to do is we need to go to the design view. यहाँ पे ascending चूज़ करना है और यहाँ पे जो रिटर्न हो रहा है यहाँ पे आपको क्लिक करके केवल एक वन रो आपको चाहिए, वन डाल देना है. यू सी नाउ इफ़ यू लुक टू द एसक्यूएल, इसमें एक टॉप आ गया है. ठीक है. तो एसक्यूएल क्वेरी से चेंज जनरेट हो जाता है. तो सो नाउ लेट अस क्लिक एंड लेट अस रन दिस. सो यू सी दिस इज़ व्हाट इट वाज आस्क्ड दैट यू शो द search the record which has the smallest or the minimum sales amount. So you can also save this. So save कर लीजिए इसको again, and this will try to follow in nomenclature option C and then query. ठीक है. तो आपका ये तीनों आंसर आपके आ गए A B C. अब चलते हैं D पे. सर्च द रिकॉर्ड्स इन असेंडिंग सीक्वेंस ऑफ द फील्ड सेल्स क्वांटिटी. इसमें देखिए असेंडिंग सीक्वेंस बोल रहा है और बोल रहा है कि सारे रिकॉर्ड दिखाइए. तो हियर अगेन इट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. गो टू क्रिएट, जस्ट क्लोज दिस क्वेरी, go to create, go to query design, add the table, close this, select the fields you want to display, डबल क्लिक कीजिए. आगे आपका शो में ये सब आपको दिखाना है. फिर आपको क्या बोल रहा है, असेंडिंग ऑर्डर ऑन सेल्स क्वांटिटी. अभी सेल्स क्वांटिटी पे शॉर्ट पे चलिए, क्लिक कीजिए, ड्रॉप डाउन में आएगा असेंडिंग चूज़ कीजिए. अभी आपको रिटर्न अर्ली रखना है क्योंकि वो बोल रहा है कि सारे रिकॉर्ड्स दिखाइए. इफ़ यू गो टू द एसक्यूएल यू विल सी इट्स जस्ट ऑर्डर बाय. ओके, एंड इफ़ यू रन इट, आपको देखिए सेल्स क्वांटिटी के बेसिस में असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में आ गया. पहले 2000, फिर 3000, 150, 7000, 8000. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट यू हैव गॉट. नाउ अगेन यू सेव योर क्वेरी. ओके, सो Q3 ऑप्शन D, क्वेरी. ठीक है. So now you have saved all your answers. Okay, so this is also one way to do it. Okay, so now let us go and look at the previous year question. I will maybe just explain it and I will try to do it in the next video. So if you look at 2019 question, and okay, so this is your MS Access. See, one important thing when you are getting this question practical, you need to read the question very thoroughly, understand what is asked, because sometimes we are in a hurry, sometimes we assume that this is what is written, but as it is a lab and a qualifying one, you please focus and just do what is asked specifically. Okay, so here the question carries 10 marks. Create a Microsoft Access document. which is called computer system sales record. Okay. For this database project, you will access Microsoft Access to create an inventory database for hardware stores which contains more than 10 records with the fields listed below. In this project, you will design the table structure, enter the data hypothetically. Design your table structure with the following field names: field name, data type, width, and other information also is given. Okay, and some hints are also given. It is saying that you start access, select blank access database. When prompted to save in, name your database file as inventory. So here the database that you need to name of the file is inventory. Then click create. Okay, don't try to go any further until this is done. So such clear instructions are steps is also given. So if you are just have done it at least once, you will be able to do it. So have that confidence and look around for the right tutorial. सो इन अभी देखिए, अभी बोल रहा है तो आपको डेटाबेस बनाना है इन्वेंट्री नाम पे, ठीक है। इन द मेन डेटाबेस विंडो फिर टेबल को सिलेक्ट कीजिए, डबल क्लिक करके टेबल डिज़ाइन व्यू पे चलिए, ठीक है। फिर टेबल डिज़ाइन स्क्रीन जब आ रहा है तब आप एक एक फर्स्ट फील्ड का नाम दीजिए, फिर डेटा टाइप को दीजिए, फील्ड टाइप को आप चूज़ कीजिए। और इसने हिंट भी दे दिया है आपको, यदि टेक्स्ट है, यदि आपको कैरेक्टर है तो आपको टेक्स्ट चूज़ करना है, यदि न्यूमेरिक है तो आपको नंबर चूज़ करना है, यदि येस नो वाले हैं तो आपको लॉजिकल चूज़ करना है, ठीक है। तो इसमें आप फील्ड साइज़ भी आपको कहाँ पे दिखता है वो भी उसने आपको बोला गया है, ठीक है। आफ्टर यू हैव एंटर्ड ऑल द फील्ड्स इन द टेबल ऑफ पेज 1 अबव, मेक द आइटम आईडी टू बी द प्राइमरी की, ठीक है। ये आप प्राइमरी की यूजिंग द की आइकन, ठीक है। एज यू एंटर डेटा इन सेक्शन 2, यूज द डेटा शीट व्यू. When you will have to be careful to ensure that you do not have any duplicate item IDs when saving. When finished, save the file. ठीक है, okay, we will do this in the next session. ठीक है, चलो, thank you, have a nice day, thank you.